All right, crew. Beautiful day out. Finally, the rain stopped. I definitely want to we're going to go back out and I want to open up a new cut. So that's kind of the game plan. We'll see how that goes. We have enough energy in the tank and it's cool enough, which I'm happy about. It's been just either brutal hot or it's been pouring rain. So it's been very hard to get out here and get any prospecting done. We did come out and do a mule wants to tip over. We did come out in the last video and we did some test panning with the auger, which was absolutely phenomenal. Multiple test pans, so really got to dial in where we're at. We're getting really good gold doing that cut further we move in. So chunkier going very well. We'll see if we can get the cut done and get out there. Of course, Crazy Train's got to find her a bottle wherever she can. But as much of my gear off of me as possible.
Never fails. Never fails. What a wink. Somebody's been back in here. The leaves are going to start falling pretty soon. Let's go. We did get a little bit of color out of this edge over here. All this around this bend right here is all possibly profitable. The bank gets narrower right in here, wider, but I'm planning on coming up and cutting this back maybe about here if I can. I'm going to take I'm going to scrape just a little bit of this out of here, a little bit more. I'm going to test pan it real fast. If it's good, then I'm going to start taking the top layers off of here and reclaiming this.
That's the plan anyway, guys. The best chunky stuff came up close to the bank in this newer stuff we're about to cut. So look, we are loaded for bear. We're ready to go. I'm gonna get the camera set up. I'm gonna get the gloves on, stretch out a little bit, and then I'm gonna start digging and I'll test pan first and then dig. So gang, the reason why I want to do this is just to ensure that we're not burying uncovered good dirt. And that's why I wanted to kind of get into this a little bit and see. Because I don't want to bury something that we've worked to uncover. And I did do a pretty decent job clearing this out. But if there's more in this cut, I want to excavate that. So we'll do it together. No, leave it. Certain rocks I want to bring home to crush over the winter time. Nope. She's ready. She's ready for a rock to be thrown.
plenty of that coming pretty soon. Breaking up that decomposing bedrock here a little bit. Get out of there. Usually, yeah, we got a little bit of gold. I saw a little speck of roonies. You get it in the light, I don't know. But right, if you look at the small riffles right there, you can see that speck, decent chunky speck right there. Yeah, we may do some more cleanup in here and pile it up right here. Yeah, it's a nice big chunk right there. Big chunk. Another smaller piece to the left of it. That's a big chunk. A big chunk. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take what's holding gold still and put it in a bucket just so we can... There's a real soft spot like right here, and this is where having the drill auger comes into place. Brushless knockoff hammer drill. This is a Mellif brand, and I have the link in my description if you guys want to pick it up. It uses the same 20 volt max batteries that my pumps do for my Highbanker and everything else, so but allows you to get a lot of this material. Because this is hard, and this is, I mean, fairly hard. You're not going to drive a shovel through this. But what this does is allow you to get, and I'll scrape this out a lot better. You can see how black that is. But I'll scrape it all out, get it cleaned up best I can. We're going to clean this out right here too. All very good material. A lot of quartz in there. I'm gonna pile this up, probably over here. At least that's the goal in theory anyway. And I'll just dump the bucket out. We'll start making our pile for our Highbanker run. All of this is red stuff right there. That's good pay. And I'm going to mark right here so when we do come over, working that material right out of that crack. makes real short work of that. All right, crew, we're getting the final cleanup of the echo cut done. We got, this is bucket number 2, that's bucket number 1. And as I'm scraping out, I wanted to show you guys, because this is a great example to show. But you can see how red this material is, right? And how gray this is. And the bedrock, decomposing bedrock's a real gray color, right? You see that? You see how this is red? And you see these soft pockets in here that we're using the auger to drill out. But I wanted you to see this to explain to you how where gold is at. Do you see all this quartz and all the black in there? And then you have the iron, which is the red. All that water driven quartz with iron mixed in. You can see I've been digging out this outcropping of quartz. But you can see right down here is the bedrock. Right up above that, right here, is quartz. And I'll pull a chunk out so you can see it. But that's quartz sitting on top of this decomposing bedrock layer right here. And you can see the layers coming up through here. It actually looks like a piece of gold right there. Is it? Look at it, it's popping out at me. But you can see this is highly concentrated stuff, and this is all part of that quartz that I'm pulling out. I'm piling up the quartz, the bigger chunks right here. We'll take that home and we'll crush it over the winter time. But you can see this vein right here is what I'm working, what I'm after. And you can see all the quartz in that. You see how all that quartz, that's what I'm after. Quartz outcropping mixed with iron, mixed with water, right on top of a bedrock layer right here. And that's money all day long. Just wanted to kind of show you guys that. Pretty cool. And of course, this is all bedrock right up in here, but this creek channel used to run years ago. It used to run right here, and it's over the years, many decades, has moved off over into this direction. But we're getting really chunky gold out of here. Not so much down here, but we're going to uncover it anyway. But it's all sitting on top of this bedrock layer and down in these soft pockets like that. You can see that material is dynamite. Little mini mountain here, a good high grade pay. There's probably more gold in that than high banking this whole thing. That's really high concentrate with that quartz outcropping. So I didn't scrape this, there's no gold in here, but was getting some gold, scraping the top of this, cleaned out the pockets. I got right down to that bedrock in that hole right there and got all that quartz out. This is for a crush and run later. But now I marked my holes off. We're gonna start digging back. The soil we take off of here, we're gonna put here and reclimate. All right, crew. Don't eat that. That's my marker. The other shovel works better, but this one is good for moving a lot of material when I need to. I just feel like the other one's simpler to cut through the roots, but when it comes time to actually piling material up, this one feels better. We'll test paint as we get down, guys. We will test paint. So I got the cut back where I want it. I wanted it bigger, but got to remember we have to dig down so much. But you can see where I dug down right here. I took a test pan, but you can see how it staircases down. Because as I go down a layer, I test pan. So that way I'm test panning on my way down. Because as soon as you start hitting gold, right, that's when you stop, and that's the material you want to pile up and start running. But you don't want to run material. You want to keep test panning this, and that's why the gold claw is so perfect, because it's super quick. Just get a quick test pan. Is there gold in it? No, move on. You're not spending 15 minutes trying to pan out a great big pan of material. And we're reclamating this right here, so all of this will come here, and we'll drive this down and test pan. As soon as we hit gold, we'll start piling up. What I might do is run this first and then pile up and run that, because this is so high grade and this is really good stuff. We could sit and run this. That stick's just a marker. I marked with sticks where my line was at, so I could push back. But just continuously pushing this down, guys. So down below this is all pretty soft. We're starting to hit gravels here, so I'll take a test pan right in here. Like that. I know roughly that's how far down we're going each step, so we'll just take this material, put it in pan. If there's gold in it, there is. If there's not, keep going down. Keep going down. It's a beautiful thing. I'm just taking a little bit of the layer off of here. Because this is what we want to get out of here. And some of that. Alright guys, we got her set up. I'll make some minor adjustments as we go. I do have a catch pan out the front of it, just so we can check it. But I'm going to run this high grade first before we start running that possibly flood gold that's in that gravel layer. But we'll run this, and you know, get it washed out. I'm going to save a lot of this stuff anyway. As you can see, real quick, you can see the quartz. Then there's bedrock right here, and that quartz meets the bedrock, and that's where a lot of gold is at. You see the quartz in there, but I'm going to save this kind of stuff as we go. Yeah, we'll run some of this high grade, and then we'll clean this out before running the what I would say would be flood gold stuff. Let it eat, do what it do. That's some real buggy quartz. Water driven hard. right in here, so I'm still in the middle. So crew, what I'm doing is I got the bell banker, I got the high banker set up max height. This overburdened gravel that we're down into right here, you can see how big some of the stones are in there. It's pretty decent size. I'm quickly going through this because it's a sandy material. It has flood gold in it, but it's not much gold, so, but I don't want to like throw it away. So what I'm doing is I'm just shoveling it in straight in and running it pretty hot and just letting it eat, shovel at a time. It's when we get down to that bottom, we get down to that bedrock, start scraping and stuff, and that material we sit down and we really take our time with. This right here we can kind of quickly go through. It's just a real sandy material. I could shovel it off the top and just get rid of it, but there is some gold in it, so we might as well run it. We have the ability to run it anyway. Pretty good size water-worn stone in there. We're running and gunning, gang. You can see we're starting to see bedrock here. I'm going to push this top over that way more, but I'm going to get down. Our marker's right up here, so that's our line right here. But yeah, we're just shoveling it in. And yes, the high banker, you can use a regular shovel too to feed it. All right, crew. Well, yeah, I'm moving it. And let me tell you something. Them 7-amp-hour batteries on that Johnson pump. I mean, we put some work in right here on one battery. We took down that first pile that we pulled out of here, right? That smaller pile. Then I did all that and down to the bedrock right there. Look at the tailings pile. That's one battery. And I got a whole nother fresh battery plus another battery. I got 2 more batteries and whatever's left in the cordless drill. But you can start to see there's pockets and stuff in here we got to clean out. But I'm just scraping down to the bedrock. Not as many pockets as there was over here, especially up towards the bank. But I'm going to follow that. There's some quartz and stuff, like a quartz vein. I'm going to follow right here. There's a soft spot down in here. Right? Slowly going down there. And I have to get down. I'm not going to go all the way out underneath where the tailings pile's at, but I'm going to cut it off right about there. Do that whole bottom layer. Rock blocking it all day with the rocks and the sticks. But yeah, we're moving. Moving. These are those 7 amp hour batteries I was telling you about. They're VanTech. I have a link for them in the description. It's like 50 or 60 bucks for 2 of them. And yeah, they're pretty sweet. But they're basically Dewalt 20 volt max batteries, 7 amp hours. Lithium ions, but yeah, for the money they work really well. Really well. All right, get our bucket out here. Catch pan, I'll run that back through. It's more of a safety than anything. I mean, this is getting 99.9% of whatever's there. And if it ain't there, it ain't gonna get it, right? So that's kind of the deal on that. Get you guys sorted here so we can pull this together. Oh yeah, we're on the gold, guys. Let me move it down right here and I'll just get a peeksy poo. I'll get you guys a peeksy poo. We're on the gold right in there. You can see it. You see even chunkies down in this corner right here too. Yeah, you guys can see that. The shotgun pellets. Let me see if we had anything big in there. Yeah, there's gold in there. There's gold. Yeah, we're on the gold, gang. Let me get my phone. All right. About 2 o'clock. We've been running for about 2 hours total, to about 3 hours total. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Just gonna run this out of here. Fire up the old pump. Just like that. Clean. We'll put the mat back in. Mat's clean. And then we're gonna run this catch pan. I'm not gonna test it for, I'm not gonna pan it out or anything. I'm just gonna run it through. And then we'll clean out the mat again. There's no real point. I mean, I'll take it home and do it right. Any of the fine stuff that this may have not caught or whatever. That's cool. Use the treasure scoop to empty it first. My bucket fell. We don't need that. Gives me a chance to get this set back up correctly too. Been pretty good. Clears fast. You watch how fast it clears. It's running. Clear. Big stone under there. Augie time. Woo. See a soft spot like this right here? Running and gunning. We're following that line that we were creating in here. Yeah, you can see the quartz in there, that quartz vein. Soft pocket. You want to run that. Anytime you got soft, decomposing bedrock, gold can work its way down there over time.
Shotgun pellets.
.77. 7.8 is fluctuating a little bit. 7.8.